26th of Heartfire. I met Olfrid Battle-Born at his house and got the details of the job. It seemed his old friend Arn had landed himself in a load of trouble. Arn was in the Whiterun prison, waiting to be turned over to the Solitude guards. I was to intercept a letter from Solitude that was awaiting the Jarl's attention.
If anything should happen to Arn, there'll be hell to pay.
And change Arn's name in the prison registry.
A close friend of mine. Now it's up to me to save him one more time. This time from the executioner's block in Solitude. I'm setting him up with a new identity. It's the only way to throw the guard permanently off his trail.
These actions would strip Arn of his identity,
First, steal a letter that was sent from Solitude warning
thus getting him out of trouble.
To be on the lookout for Arn. The second is to change Arn's name in the prison registry to his new
and allow him
identity.
to be set free after a brief stint in jail for drunken behavior. Alright, the letter should be here. Ah, there it is. This has to be it. Yep, that's it. Oh, and a little bonus. Now for the prison registry. Roger Rabbit. There, that's done. Arn should be safe now.
Arn? Never heard of it.
I completed the job for
I guess that
Olfrid
means you're
and
finished.
returned to tell
Here's your
Delvin the
fee.
good news.
Tell Delvin that he has my support and all the weighted carries in Whiterun from now on.
I finished that Whiterun job, Delvin.
Olfrid sent ahead his compliments. Looks like his friend Arn is soon to be released, thanks to his brand new identity. More importantly, he's pledged the full support of the Battle-Born clan to the thieves.
Delvin commended me
We're
and
still
said
growing
I
by
was a
leaps and
natural,
bounds thanks to you. And other merchants moved
that
into
he'd
the
never
space
seen
outside
anyone
the
like
frigate.
me.
You're a natural. Never seen anything like it.
That was
We've got a
surely
long way
the
to go,
understatement of the
but don't let
era.
that bother you. It's a lot farther than we've been in years.
He was right, though. This role was a perfect match for me. Nighttime was where I thrived, and I'd perfected the art of sneaking and disappearing. As an added bonus, visiting people's homes during the night meant that I could feed whenever I needed. I no longer cared whose blood I drank, so long as I got my fill. How's life,
No
Brynjolf?
time for idle
Brynjolf and Mercer had
chatter.
also
Mercer
been
thinks he knows
busy.
a way to identify this new thorn in our side.
Oh?
He wants to meet with you right away. And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before.
They had identified the agent who acted on behalf of Golden Glow's buyer.
Ah, there you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol.
It was the same marking on the Honningbrew meadery papers as well.
It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart.
It was an
indirectly
Argonian
by
named
angry
Golemai,
Nathan Blackbriar.
reported to be in Solitude.
Very clever.
So what do we do?
The parchment you recovered mentions a Godgel lie. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our contacts. His real name is Golemai. Slimy bastard. Get out there, shake him down,
With
see
pleasure.
what you come up with. Talk to Brynjolf before you leave.
My
if you
next
have any
task was to
questions.
confront him to get the information we
I can't
needed.
believe Golemai's mixed up in all this. That Argonian couldn't find his tail with both hands. Don't get me wrong. He could scam a beggar out of his last septim. But he's no mastermind.
You think he'll give me trouble?
Trouble? Huh. He's one of the most stubborn lizards I've ever met. You have your work cut out for you.
So how do I get him to talk?
You're going to have to buy him off.
Ugh, I'll kill him instead.
No. Mercer wants him alive. For now.
Before leaving,
Got lots
I
of
took
jobs
all
on
of the jobs I could from
Interesting.
Delvin and Vex. The guild was growing, and I was determined to keep the blunt
Looking
coming
for
their way.
what do we have here?
I found
Let me
Golemai in
guess.
Solitude at the
By your
Winking
scent,
Skeever.
I'd say you were from the guild. But that can't be true, because I told Mercer I wouldn't deal with them anymore.
You'll deal with me, or I'll leave you in a pool of your own blood. Now tell me about Golden Glow.
I don't deal in land or
He
property.
tried to be difficult
Now,
at
if you're looking
first,
for goods,
but when I
you've come to the
followed
right
him,
person.
I discovered that skulking lizard had been fleecing the guild. You can drop the act now, God your lie. We know you were involved. Give me the buyer's name or I'll kill you.
Hasn't
By
Mercer
stealing
Frey
East
taught you
Empire
people
merchandise and selling it to
anything?
marauders.
You kill me, and your only contact with the East Empire Company vanishes. That's not smart for business.
No, but it might be worth it. Look, we know all your dirty little secrets, lizard. Identify the buyer, and we might forget what we know.
All right. Had I known this deal would bring me this much trouble, I never would have accepted the gold. I was approached by a woman who wanted me to act as the broker for something big. She flashed a bag of gold in my face and said all I had to do was pay Arangoth for the estate. I brought in the coin and walked away with her copy of the deed.
And did she say why she was doing this?
Not at all. I tend not to ask too many questions when I'm on the job. I'm sure you understand. However, I did notice she was quite angry, and it was being directed at Mercer Frey.
Okay. And that's it? No name or anything?
In this business, we rarely deal in names. Our identity comes from how much coin we carry.
You know, I don't think you're being honest with me.
Look, that's all I know. I never promised you I'd have all the answers. Now, since our transaction is done, I'll be on my way.
Well, if you happen to remember anything useful, it would be in your best interest to let us know. It would be a real shame if anything were to happen to you.
A coin or two for a veteran? It's not much to ask.
Slimy lizard. What are you up to? Oh, you are into something way over your head, aren't you? Now, just where are you going? Ah, a secret hideout, eh? Who are you in cahoots with, Golemai? Bandits. Ugh, it's almost disappointing.
That's it? That's all you've got? Time to
Damn, you are kinda tough. Let's try a little fear.
out of your bones like flash. Mercy.
Ah, damn mage, where did you come from? Ugh, have to waste some potions on bandits. for that mage.
Where are you?
Where is she? There. Ha! Oh, now what do we have here?
There's that. Gonna need you open. No.
There's that scaly bastard. And there's one more. Here, Golemai. Take care of him.
Time for you to die.
Maybe I'd better show him who he's messing with that Swid. I'm not someone to be trifled with. When I confronted him, Golemai turned out to be easier to handle than I expected. It did not take much convincing for him to reveal that he transacted the Golden Glow estate deal for someone named Karlaya. Nice little racket going on here, you skulking lizard. I'm sure Mercer would be very interested to know that you've been double-crossing
Now,
us.
there's no need to do anything rash. This isn't as bad as it seems. I was gonna tell Mercer about everything, honestly. Please, he'll have me killed.
He went on to tell me that Karlaya was once a member of the guild,
No,
and that
please.
she had murdered
No
the
need for
previous guild
I'll tell you
leader.
everything. It's Karlaya. Her name is Karlaya.
When I asked if he knew where she'd gone, Golemai said she cryptically mentioned that she was going to
never
where
told you
the
about
end
her?
began.
Karlaya is the thief responsible for murdering the previous guildmaster, Gallus. Now she's
As
after
for his
Mercer.
betrayal of the guild, I offered him a deal. I'd keep my mouth shut if he'd fence
I don't
goods
know.
for me in
I asked
Solitude.
her where she was going. She just muttered, "Where the end began." Here, take the golden
He
glow
jumped
estate
at the
deed as proof.
opportunity.
And when you speak
I'm
to
sure
Mercer,
more
tell
to
him I'm
save
worth
his
more to him
scaly
alive.
hide than because he felt any loyalty to us. Before heading back to Riften, I decided to complete the guild jobs I'd been given. I also decided to delay my return for a day or two so I could ponder the situation. The plot had thickened considerably, and something did not feel quite right. Why had no one in the guild mentioned Karlaya or their history with her? It seemed an important piece of information, and something significant enough that I would have at least heard casual mention of it by now.